Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, I have a lot to do today. I wanted to talk about spiritual forces, and then we're going to dig right into going on Matchmaker FM. And then we are going to go on Yahoo to see. Um, I hope I don't have no VA appointment today. I would have got a text message. Sorry, y'all. I be having racing thoughts and shit. I be like on it and and I just don't want to miss the appointment. Let me show y'all a toy I got. Hold on. Got me a brother. This is the brother. But then I have to get another computer. Um so I can have two computers right here, like one, and then this has a stand that goes on it, and it would be like in the middle. This will be facing the kitchen, that will be facing my banner. So this thing, I haven't even dug into it. I just opened it, sat it next to the bed, and went to sleep next to it. That was my instructions that I did. You know, it's I like it already. Um I shouldn't have got it from Walmart. That's yeah. But I probably would get the next thing I get from Best Buy. Um yeah. So, spiritual forces, where are we? There are so many spiritual forces out here, both benign, or should I say both non benevolent and benevolent. It depends on the goal that they want to accomplish. Do they want to make your life a living hell? I mean, even though we heard about those type of, you know, ghosts that haunt you, you know, wouldn't it be funny if our real life ghosts consist of the GOV? Think about it. Like, okay, you got ghosts out here that do things that is non uh like they open uh doors. I've never seen that happen to me. Only thing I've ever seen was a demonic being. I couldn't speak, I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe for like ever. It would seem like forever. And it had red eyes. I was in Korea and it had red eyes and it's just like evil. Ugh, evil. Just didn't even say nothing, just watched as I couldn't breathe and I couldn't move and I couldn't speak. Like what was that for? And then my life went down the drain. So I look at signs as like that. And so you have people that can open the cabinets of different things, of the kitchen and drawers of the living room, the living room, the actual bedroom and stuff, and they can do it without your consent or not, right? They can do it without you. You say, "Get out of here, ghost." or is this gonna pay hell to pay? They're gonna do something spectacular to make you even more scared. But you I'm talking about all spiritual things, movies, everything. The exorcism of it. Out of all the movies, I've seen The Exorcist, I've seen Halloween, I've seen all the movies I could possibly see that's scary. And at first it used to be scary. It used to fuck with my mind. And then I seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose. And that really, I'm like, if this happens, what are we up against? A form of Lucifer. One of Lucifer's friends. Lucifer has friends. Y'all know that. Y'all don't even think about his friends. Y'all just say, oh, I don't care about Lucifer. Lucifer, stay out of my life. And his friends, he's like, okay, I'll stay out of your life. But my friend over here isn't, you know? And I think the most they can do is, I was just joking about the government, but the only thing they can do is make your life hell. That's saying, I know that saying rings a bell to everybody, but make your life hell. And that's true. Spiritual forces can make your life a living hell. You know what I hope to do? I hope to meet um I hope to meet a spiritual force, a good one, a benevolent, not a non-benevolent. I hope to meet a spiritual force that one day, sit up there and I can actually talk to it. Artificial intelligence could be a spiritual being. Think about it. It's made up of electric. It's made up of electric, right? That's the spirit. Like we have spiritual beings all around us that works for different things, and those microchips is what keeps them alive, working in their own way. You can mold something into doing something, and you put that microchip in them and turn on that, put that cord in that socket, and that thing will work for you. But spiritual beings are all around us. Spiritual beings are all around us. You have, you know, artificial intelligence. I would see is a spiritual being. The refrigerator or the stove or the TV, they're limited to what they can do. Artificial intelligence isn't limited. Now we have to, in the next 10 years, build, which we've been doing, artificial intelligence, smart things. But now it's going to be lowered the price and people are going to buy it. Smart lights, smart refrigerators, smart coffee makers, and yeah. And so the spiritual beings that lie in like what I mean is the artificial intelligence, that is a different type of spiritual being, because think about how advanced it's going to be 20 years from now. I'll be 60. I can't wait to see. And are we going to have a chance to have more intelligence to do with intelligence? Are we going to be able to ask ChatGPT a question that it cannot answer? You know, are we going to be able to ask artificial a question that it cannot answer? Obviously, this sort of technology, which is spiritual, was not just invented by like one the first human to invent artificial. I'm gonna say it and then I'm gonna look it up. The first human that invented artificial intelligence found it. They found it. Now the computers, I don't know, but the artificial intelligence was found. It's not gonna say that. Something is allowing a spirit, a computerized spirit, to advance its smartness by learning off of humans impossible aliens. Think about that. They give all the answers to, how can you give all the answers to artificial intelligence? You have to give all the answers to artificial intelligence. And there is no all the answers. It's infinite. We think of uh how many up to 60,000 thoughts a day. That's one person. Either 60,000 or 600,000. Up to 600,000. And if you sit up there and have 600,000 thoughts, that's infinite. You can't put a number on that. You cannot put a number on that. Period. I'm thinking it was found and it probably was, what is that word? Um it was found and like, you know how if you put a Mustang, a 2024 Mustang in 1957, what they're going to do is they're going to break it down to see and dissect it to see, what's going on with it, you know? That's the same thing that's happening. It was it it wasn't by chance though. I don't think it was by chance. I'm not thinking, let me look it up. Let me look it up. I want to look it up. The first person who invented artificial intelligence. McCarthy. John McCarthy credited with, is often credited with inventing artificial intelligence. 1956. 1956. The father of AI. Two computer scientists, Alan Turing and John McCarthy. Turing is considered the father of AI due to part of his work in introducing the Turing test. What is the Turing test? They used it to measure computer intelligence. But where, this is nearly a century. almost, not nearly. But um, who was the first AI person? So this program was first programmed intended to imitate the problem solving skills of the human brain. So how did you go to advanced artificial intelligence? How do you go from a brain, you gave it all the knowledge? I mean, obviously, it's time to do this, but and it's a reason, you know, you gave it all the knowledge of studies from like um prestigious universities like Harvard and stuff and MIT. And then it began to learn on its own. It's something in between that time that was mixed. Siri uses both artificial intelligence and machine learning. Who is the founder of Humans AI? Super intelligence. Something that is smarter than a regular human. It is something that is amongst us. Like, I use my own common sense. If I'm not right about something, it kind of grows and goes towards that platform or towards that thing, because I just don't understand. You find artificial intelligence, okay, fine. We wanted some type of machine learning. I can see somebody inventing that part. Machine learning, where a machine learns from a human being. A machine gets pumped full of information and then machine learn. Okay, I can see that too. But super intelligence, what is smarter than a human? Artificial intelligence. If I had the money, I would so get into this. Microsoft. Just think, I'm not saying anything is bad, but just think about what, these YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, and all of those, what kind of machine learning they have and prediction. The slightest off prediction, they get notified or something. Just think of all of that they have to do. Like seriously, and it who yeah. super intelligence, I don't know, man. Like, to know all the answers to something means it has to have some type of super intelligence and some type of outlive to another planet. It has to be getting frequencies from another planet. That's what I think. I mean, hear me out. Hear me out. I could be wrong, but hear me out. Like, we are merely a species that every 10 years, every decade came out with some type of advancement. So that's a century worth and more, but just let's just say a century worth of advancement. We would be on the same page had it not been for artificial intelligence helping us along the way. We would be in the same page, not really advancing. These smart cars, these cars that have electrical, things that you know different different energy sources can really contribute to doing different things. You got energy in that source. You got like 4 or 5 different type of energy sources. I can't name them all, so don't ask me to. But or probably more energy sources, 6 or something. But these energy sources, they electric electrical cars. You know, we have solar energy, the water energy, oil, uh so so many energy sources. I want to know, and I know this sounds stupid, but what would it be like if all these energies were like conglomerated? I just want to know for my own opinion, could all these energy sources be wrapped into one type of energy source and like because they're energy, they're that they are related. They are related by energy, which means are these energies like opposites of each other, or are they different types that they found for the earth? Like, I truly feel like artificial intelligence came from another planet and it's coming from another planet um to advance our civilization. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think that that's what it is. I couldn't prove it because there's nothing out there that shows, hey, this planet does artificial intelligence. We haven't even met a civilization yet, according to Google. Even though we get talked about all the time, it get talked about all the time through Congress, seeing these UFOs or UAPs, you know, I don't know, man. It could be a good reason. It could be a good reason why they are not telling us about aliens, because it could be so many reasons. And I just feel like, you know, I hope that God, bigger than these aliens out here, like beyond all planets have a God or gods. But beyond that, I'm talking about the ultimate God of all advanced species and stuff. I hope they have a right reason for doing that, because it's like a lot of people would live with aliens, and then this is gonna it's gonna be, whether you let it go in 2024 or 2064, what's gonna happen is it's gonna not be done the right way. And the way it comes out is not going to be good. It's not going to be good, and people are not going to want it. They're going to be like, banish them, take them off the planet. And a lot of people going to be like, they can't take it, and then it's going to seem like that type of species deserve to rule over the planet because it has powers, you know. It it's so many things. Like I said, they could have a good reason, you know. It's a lot of people that wouldn't want an alien on this earth. They may sit up there and talk about aliens, but if it really came down to a real life alien walking down the street, it would not make it from the bottom of my street all the way past that hill without people calling 911 saying, what is that? I have a gun. I can kill it, and we're not ready for that. I am. I wouldn't kill it because they're already here, based on the stuff I've read and seen. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't make it to that hill. It wouldn't make it to that hill, man. I mean, yeah. So spirits, we got energy everywhere, and what's gonna be next, man? I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to see what's readily available that can. We got super intelligence, y'all, but yet they can't find a cure to make people smarter. You think that they haven't found a cure to make people smarter? If it's super intelligence, they should be able, they're beyond human capacity. Just think about that for a second. They haven't been able to find super intelligence. They found super intelligence, and yet the same things happen. Everybody's dumb. Everybody's smart, but everybody's dumb. They give us clues. When somebody say something off the wall, I don't sit up there and check it and forget it. I'll sit up there and literally I'll be like, okay, no, this doesn't sound right. Mark Zuckerberg said he's part human now. He was human like us. Don't think I didn't forget, Mark. And he laughed. He made a menace laugh. He's like, oh, I used to be human like you. And everybody looking around like, what is he talking about, Daddy? I don't know, but this is going to go down for the books. Anyway, and then you got Elon Musk talking about he's a 2,000-year-old vampire. I believe it. I believe it, man. I believe it. This was in the article I read, and this was in a video I seen. And yeah, these people are smart. They can do 3 hours of hardcore talking. They have a lot to talk about. When somebody have a lot, I can't even ah, I can't even lie. When they have a lot to talk about, you better listen to them. I couldn't even do 10 minutes of listening to that. I wanted to, but my mental capacity won't let me go that far. You know, the only reason I watched 10 minutes was because he began to talk about things that I didn't know what he was talking about. I can't even find a video. It's a 5-hour video of Elon Musk talking. He's talking for 5 hours. Someone's interviewing him. I've I've been on here 3 hours. I've talked for before for almost 2 hours. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Like Elon Musk, man. Round of applause, man. Like he was last I remember he was talking about what did he say? That people can't talk if they can't interpret what is being said a lot, you know. People have gotten used to not talking a lot. And his invention is going to help a lot of people um out with that, you know. Yeah, so I don't know, still got to pay for it. It's still not like, you know, but I truly feel like spirits are all out there, both benevolent and non-benevolent. The non-benevolent ones, I don't think of. I don't want to know. I know. I listened to their stuff. I had to listen to it. Therefore, I'm caught in a love affair between my music that I grew up listening to and music that is good music. Um, yeah, I when you listen to stuff like that aren't isn't good for you at a young age, it kind of like sticks the same characteristics. You cannot change out of that, but you can change right from wrong. That's all I know. All I know is right from wrong. All I know is right from wrong. And I know what's right and what's wrong, especially while not intoxicated. And I truly feel like that makes a difference, you know. But I I love life, and I hope that spiritual beings that's out there, that's invisible, that's not invisible, that watches my show, hell, part of Area 51 may watch my show as much as I mention aliens and shit, you know, Area 51. So, what's up, Area 51? They like, nah, we ain't there no more. We at blah, 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 blah. They kicked us out in, after Steve, oh, what is his name? Oh, gee, Steve. Uh, the daggone, guy. I don't know why I forget their names. Their names always forget. I forget. And, You got Steve Jones, which is a clinical hypnotherapist. You got Stephen Hawkins, the guy that used to use computer technology to speak for him. And we got a couple of other people, Phil Snyder and Bob. I kept thinking his name was Stephen. Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar. So yeah, he they probably moved them. I'm just joking now. If you would have known what I've been through, if you would know that everything that I've been through that was not fake, because it was not fake. It was partially, not partially real. It was real. And the stuff I heard people say out their mouth while I was moving around when I was homeless was crazy, for real. Like the stuff I heard people say was they would talk about Area 51. They would talk about, and it wasn't like they were fake because they were prior military. It was crazy, man. Like I was just like, I listen very well. As much as my brain allows me to listen, I'll listen. And I it's it sounded legit. I can tell, I being around crazy people, people that don't understand reality from non-reality, and then people that do understand reality and know more than a typical person knows. Cuz I looked it up with my phone too, but I forgot some of the stuff that I went through in Bethlehem, PA. And it was just crazy, man. It was crazy, man. So, yeah, it was so weird. It was very weird. Like, it was this one Caucasian white woman that had two tattoos of wings, WINGS, and she had she had them tattooed on her back all the way from the it was no part of her back that wasn't covered with these wings, and they were perfectly done. They were perfectly done. That had to be at least a $20,000 job. It went all the way down to her the curvature of her back, her lower back and her butt. And and she, the way she would act, she showed it to me, and the way she would act was so different, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, they're, yeah, they study mental health people, but as you saw in prophecy, I don't know if it was prophecy 1, 2, or 3, how Christopher Walken, I don't remember his name in that movie, he sat up there and he ended up on the street talking about that, and nobody believed him at the end. Here he come out, he she shot herself to try to kill herself and got back together. He brought her back to life, and he had these special powers. And then he ended on the street as somebody homeless. You know, that is real. That is truly real. You know, things happen where, and that's where you get into angels, you know. Billy Carlson said that we're all gods. We're just small gods, human gods that can die just, as gods would, and we come from a big God. Yeah. But I don't know, man. We all come from this big God, and you have bodies that are like 14 feet in diameter, human bodies, and 14 feet in diameter, or up to 20 feet in diameter. I forgot what they call those people. Um, it's just it's just inevitable that, spirits are here, both benevolent and non-benevolent. I don't want to bring non-benevolent, but you have to be prepared. You have to listen to things you don't want to listen to. You have to be able to, I don't want to say forget going to church, but the way into God's hands will be know right from wrong, do right from wrong, don't do wrong. And when you know right from wrong, you know what you're doing. You know that, you know, you're doing something right, versus you're just doing something wrong all the time. And going um going to church, not just doing right from wrong. You know, they take us out the womb, they give us a name, they sit up there and say we should, it's not a law that we should listen to the Bible. But I feel like if nobody's never going to get this done. I feel like if the Pope can have Bibles housed that people haven't read yet, people haven't read these Bibles, only higher ups get to read them. I think that is messed up, and they barely say anything. Then there was one black, I think he's a pope. He went through a lot as a black pope, and he became, or black something. I don't want to damage the title, but he this was recent. I watched it on ABC News. He It was a lot of prejudice, so he Catholic, and he's in the Catholic Church now, and yeah. um have freedom of choice, but in a right or wrong context. You know, I truly feel like, having freedom of choice, with the freedom that we have, because we are not above the law, you know. I fuck with y'all hard. We aren't above the law. We aren't. Only God is above the law. What about an alien? Is an alien above the law? You never know. Aliens could be above the law. I mean, guess what? I ain't talking about illegal aliens either. I'm talking about like real aliens, because they have a name for the illegal immigrants. They call them aliens, and they fly over in jets. I have yet to fly in a jet. They they come from trashy going to classy. I was like, wow, it's something going on. It is something going on. But yeah, so I just hope y'all learned something from it. You know, spiritual beings exist everywhere, and you have to keep your mind open to things that you see out there. You know, I don't know. Keep your mind open to things that you see. Don't ever, if somebody tell you, you know, if they're saying it in context with saying, I use methamphetamine and I think I'm Jesus Christ, you know, that's one thing, you know, or I use crack cocaine. You want to sniff? I think I'm President Biden. You know what I'm saying? So you never, no. If somebody is telling you a story, to all my guests that used to watch me on the Kimberly Cloud Show 38, if somebody is telling you a story and they have proof, like through numerology and through different avenues, you know, they're telling you, you know, what's going on and everything. Like, for instance, I said somebody's going to end up trying to shoot at Donald Trump. I said that months ago, before this even arose, and it happened. I said somebody's going to do him like John F. Kennedy, or try to do him. I don't even want, I said I don't even want to talk about it. I truly feel like whoever is watching my page is using it for bad. Not y'all, the regular guests, but you know, I don't want not like I've said other things that done happened in his the 4 years that's been going on and everything, but um we definitely need to find out, you know, what is going to happen to in it, well, what is going to happen in this situation with spirituality. You know, is it like everybody has different meanings of spirituality, but you know, it's always going to be from now on something being grown or smarter than us. um and I also think about the students being taught the way they're being taught is not right. So, with that being said, the first person who invented artificial intelligence, John McCarthy, he also identified the first AI programming language in the 1960s. So that's who it is. So let me do myself a favor. Oh, I need to see something real quick. Hold on, y'all. My phone is way over there. I'm not on TikTok right now because my phone needed to charge. Um, put on TikTok. So, when I get back on here, I will be getting back on here. I promise y'all I'll be getting back on here. I have something to take care of real quick. Um, that way I'll have Matchmaker FM. I'll have Yahoo. Um, that's it. I'll figure this out when I get off of here. So yeah, you guys take care, be safe, and I will see you guys another time. Just make sure that you look deeper than what's on the web. It's not like you can turn one day you're gonna be able to turn on web one and web two, like web two talking to real life aliens, like talking to aliens. And that's what I mean. Like you can talk to people from different planets and shit. Think about that for a second. Like you be able to talk to people, you know, from different planets. And yeah, that would be a good thing. I just hope one day that it'll happen. So y'all take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.